Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Latino is taking you to another level.
Beats by Nebs.
Welcome back, my people, to another episode of the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino. Now, how do you guys like the new music? I decided to change it up a little bit. You know, I'm kind of doing different things right now. You know what I'm saying? Decided to change up the music. You know, just let me know how you guys like it. If you guys, are digging it or whatever the case is. Because I got a lot of things that, that I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? That I'm improving on the podcast, improving on my content. So just want to get your feedback to see how you guys like it. Now, today's Wednesday that I'm dropping this interview with Roll the Tape. Now, the reason why I'm dropping this interview now is because I didn't want to wait for such a long time, for it to come out or whatever the case is. But Roll the Tape, he is a travel blogger. He actually hosts a lot of interviews, he has a lot of interesting insight, and also he interviewed one of the last people that, got in contact with Miko, and that was in Colombia and all that, you know what I'm saying? So he actually found the kid and, had an interview with him, which I found to be like insane and crazy. I'm like, I don't know how you ended up doing that, but he did. Shout out to him. So that's why, that's pretty much the background of it. Shout out to Roll the Tape, for even coming along and having this interview with me. But before all of that, I just want to let you guys know this is, today's Wednesday that I told you guys it was gonna come out. Friday, another interview is coming out. So just look out for that and all that, you know what I mean? So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Welcome back to the Radical Latino Show. It's your host, the Radical Latino. Now today, I'm bringing in a very special guest. I have with me right now, Roll the Tape. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Hey, what's cracking, player? What's going on? It's Richie Rich from Roll the Tape.
All right, good looking, good. That's what's up. So the reason why I got Richie Rich here, is because I want to bring a different perspective into this whole, conversation and have other eyes and ears for different, type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Rich, can you let us know a little bit about yourself?
All right. I'm located actually in the States. So I have a channel mainly about traveling, but we cover a lot of topics on our channel, everything from social issues to traveling to music, anything. Just a broad, pretty much anything, man. Any kind of content, really. But most of my subscribers are travelers, particularly the DR, Colombia, places like that, Latin countries.
Gotcha. So what made you want to start a YouTube channel?
Well, I think one of the main reasons I got influenced into it was because of the brother Taylor Made Dreams. If you never heard of him, he's on YouTube. Taylor Made Dreams. He inspired a lot of brothers to go down to DR, and he left the internet. So when he left the internet for a while, it was kind of like, I guess, it was a needed voice in the community. So I stepped up and started my page, and mainly was talking about DR when I first started my channel. So that's pretty much it, man.
Okay, got it. So what besides DR, did you travel anywhere else?
Yeah, I actually took my first trip to Colombia with Taylor Made Dreams.
Oh, so, wow. Okay, how was that?
Oh, it was a great experience, man. The first I didn't see him actually till like third day.
Okay.
He got kind of busy when he first got there, so it was a great experience, man. It's definitely the hot spot right now. Colombia is definitely the hot spot.
Yeah. And so with the whole traveling, thing that you cover and stuff, besides Colombia, what other places have you gone to?
Um, I went to Brazil, Colombia, DR like 1,000 times. In the Turks and Caicos, Canada, and I think that's about it right now. Yeah.
Got it. So for somebody that is like, new to this or new to traveling and they want to travel and have a good time, what country would you recommend first to go to, and what do you recommend to do over there?
Oh, I always recommend DR for the first time. Um, it just depends on what you what you want to do on your trip, because everybody's different. Some people want to go on vacation just to relax on the beach, have a good time. Some guys want to experience nightlife and you know get on the beach and party and deal with women. And some guys go on trips, believe it or not, just to meditate, man, just to get away from the rat race. And I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. Some guys like to go to do excursions, jet skiing and jumping off of mountains and cliff diving, and just depends on what you want to do, man. So I would just ask them what they want to do on their trip, and then I'll just kind of
Yeah.
lead them from there. But
Yeah. No, which actually is a good thing because a lot of people, especially some of the people that I know, they've never left their block. You know what I'm saying? Their whole world is revolved around a 10 block radius. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people I know never even left the state, never even been on a plane before. So I always like encourage people, listen, traveling is something good. You feel me? Traveling is something that you need to do, because not only would it open up your mind and open up your eyes to new things, but also traveling will actually like make you feel a lot better of different cultures. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's always a good thing, and I like that last part what you talked about, like meditating. It's funny, but actually, that's actually a good. It's actually a positive thing for somebody to like, just like reach out and just chill out by themselves. You know what I'm saying? In some new place that is like, also beautiful and beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And also, going to these so-called third world countries, your money really multiplies. So, like if you take a trip to South Beach, Florida, if you want to hit the beach, the average hotel South Beach, I mean, you got a motel, like you got a hotel six. That shit starts at 150. I mean, if you go somewhere like Cleveland or places like that, you're gonna pay $200-300 a night for a room
Damn,
versus you going to DR, you can get a whole fucking house for $100 or less a night, So,
damn,
so your
damn.
money, I mean, that same South Beach trip you taking, you could go out the country for probably less. So,
Yeah, yeah.
just
Now they said they're saying that Sosu is a hot spot of the yard. Do you agree or no?
well, it just depends on what kind of traveler you are, man. If you're a single guy, I like to have fun. You like to party. You like the women. Then yeah, that's gonna be probably a spot you want to go to. I mean, it's
Gotcha,
one
gotcha,
of yeah.
gotcha. And for my married brothers over there, what would they go to? La Vega.
Well, hey, a lot of them go to Sasua too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going with your family, I mean, I guess La Vega would be a place. Maybe Boca. Well, I don't know about Boca Chica, but
Yeah.
you may can go to Boca Chica with your family. I mean, there's several other places you can go in DR with your family, but
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So I wanna get into this whole Miko Worldwide thing. Before I get into that whole situation, what when did you first find out about Miko Worldwide?
I saw Miko Worldwide when he came on the scene when he did a few videos in Thailand. I guess it was about 2 years ago, and I saw his videos on YouTube because I watch a lot of content and stuff like that. A lot of YouTubers. I check people out. So he came across. So I watched a few of his videos, and they were quite. To be honest, they was interesting to see a black man in Thailand, but um, they was quite kind of boring. So I didn't really follow him too tough. And then he made a Sasua video. I guess that was a few years ago, and I watched those because I watch all the Sasua videos, but it wasn't too interesting, but it was okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. So when you started to when the news actually broke that my man is a pedo, you know what I'm saying? What was your first initial reaction?
When they arrested him, I was like, I had heard a few little rumors about him in DR, but when they arrested him, yeah, it was a big shock, man. I think it was a shock to everybody. You know, people didn't know he was on the run or nothing like that.
Yeah. Like the narrative that I started to hear from, especially the people who hate the men who travel overseas. The narrative I started to hear is, well, this is your guy. This is your guy. This is the guy that travels, and the thing is that I don't see it that way because he wasn't promoting that whole traveling thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the other people do. He was on something else. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to travel but go to the hoods. You feel me? That's what his thing was. But what do you have to say about those people trying to lump Miko Worldwide into the whole traveling black men type of thing?
Well, I feel like those people they have an agenda. So when this came down, that was just something they can use to compound everybody together. So uh, if he would have never got caught, I mean, they looking for an excuse to put everybody in the same basket, basically. So I think the guy. My philosophy is if you're a guy that loves to go on the beach, right? You don't go on the beach in your country, and you're going to go on the beach when you go abroad. So if he's a child molester in the states, which he got charged in the states, he's going to be a child molester wherever he goes because that's just his mo. So when you lump him in with the travelers, then that's kind of fucked up, man. It's kind of like I mean, it's just a messed up situation, man, because he really committed the crime in the states. So how can you say that he's associated with travelers and pedophiles and put everything together?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me.
You're absolutely right. When that whole thing came down, that's the narrative I started to hear, and I started to be like, no, that's not true. You can't lump somebody that especially nobody knew what he was about. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't part of this whole black men traveler type of thing. He was on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, the only to be completely honest, the only group that should be talking about to him is the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it.
Yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't even look at it like that because you got to look at people as an individual, man. You can't put them in a group, though. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm,
I look at him as another pedophile. I put him in a pedophile group.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
you can't put that in the LGBT. I mean, everybody in the LGBT doesn't do that.
Oh no, of course. But what I'm saying is that, you know, since he was, you know, low key, you know what I'm saying, he was gay. There's a bunch of rumors that, you know, came out after this that he was, you know, into men or whatever the case is. Even Mayer was saying that, you know. So I'm just gonna, you know, see that as a fact. And that was my conjecture in the beginning of it. I'm like, if obviously my man is gay, you know, so the gay community need to, you know, speak out and you know, handle that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not put that in the whole black men traveling community. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I know where you're going with it, but I don't want to like not lump myself into it and then lump somebody else into it.
Yeah, no, I feel, yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool to do them like that. Plus, I don't
Yeah,
want them on my channel talking shit.
yeah.
So
No,
I want
that's
to
true.
make
That's
sure
true.
I'm clear of that.
That's true. Everything I just said had nothing to do with Roll the Tape.
Right, man.
That had to do with me.
LGBT, don't
You know
come
what
down
I'm
on me.
saying?
They actually came on my channel one time before, man, and it wasn't a pretty thing, bro.
Oh man, for real? Are you serious?
That ass serious.
What happened?
I don't know, man. They just came in there out the blue, man, and it was like 30 people, man, and you know, I had to use that block button, man, and they just kept coming back.
Damn.
I mean, we wasn't talking about gay people or nothing like that. I don't know why they came in there.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess around with them.
Yeah, you about to be like, everything Radical Latino says has nothing to do with Roll the Tape, and Roll the Tape has nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, but what was I gonna say? So I saw an interview that you did with one of the people from Colombia, one of the last people Miko was gonna was with. You know, I think he's like a rapper or whatever the case is. So how did, first of all, how did that even go? How did you even like get in contact with dude? Like, what happened?
Okay, that guy was he was in Miko's last video, and you know, Miko had he was doing a lot of video. He rode up on a bunch of guys, and to me, he picked the youngest guy in the crowd and befriended him, and actually went to his house and met his family. So he was a good kid, man. He's an inspired rapper. He has a few videos out. He has his own YouTube now. But the way I tracked him down was he had an Instagram account. Miko had promoted, so I found his Instagram account. And I basically just sent him a message, and he responded after a few days. And I done an interview with him, and he kind of told his story. And like I say, he probably was going to be the next victim of Miko Worldwide because he was supposed to meet him that morning.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that in the interview too. Something about that he was supposed to meet up at the hotel that morning, but when he got there, there was like a bunch of police.
Right.
Damn.
Gonna meet him one-on-one at his own spot, at Miko's spot. So ain't no telling.
Damn, bro. That's wild. And I know he was kind of like in that interview, he was kind of kicking himself because he let somebody like that around him, right?
Right. I mean, he didn't know that nobody know. I mean, it always was like rumors going around, like he, messed with guys and stuff like that. But
yeah, like when Mayer was talking about it, he was saying that, he's Miko's doing the European thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what his code words was, like Miko's on that European shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who don't know, Europe, on that European shit, meaning, he's touching like little kids and little boys or whatever the case is. And I caught on to that shit. So I really didn't say nothing. I was actually hearing rumors on other people's on the Dominican side, you know what I'm saying? Other people's, joint and all that. So, but there was no concrete proof, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't gonna go out there and make a whole video talking about, yo, this dude's a pedo without proof. You feel what I'm saying? So when I told Mayor, I was like, yeah, well, that's crazy, but can you really prove it? You're just hearing shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't really prove it. But now when this came out, I said, oh shit, never mind. That proof is all over the place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn. So when that whole, when you had that interview with the dude or whatever the case is, knowing me, I probably would want to like at least track down some of the people in the Dominican Republic. Have you tried to do that or no?
Oh no. I had one or two people reach out to me. They wanted to do a show, but I declined on it, man, because I didn't want to interview someone and then it end up being a part of, associated with that shit and knew about it and didn't do nothing about it, So I didn't want to interview, anybody like that. I kind of wanted to disassociate myself from all this Miko Worldwide stuff because I'm just a YouTuber, just like you, man. I don't know Miko personally.
Yeah.
So like I said, I don't know the guy. So I didn't want to get too deep in all of that type of shit.
Yeah. No, I feel you. What was it? So with the whole traveling, the black men traveling thing, you're gonna have a bunch of negative people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a bunch of negative people coming and talking about that whole situation and the whole movement or whatever the case is, and you're gonna have people probably lumping everybody into that one category. But you had an opportunity to actually kind of like school one of these like what you probably will call a hater, so that was during the O'Shea Jackson thing. Like what happened? What was going through your mind when you got into the room and you wanted to school dude?
Well, initially, man, I didn't know O'Shea was gonna have him on the show. I didn't know that. Well, actually, O'Shea didn't know either because we was he was having a discussion about the Miko thing and that particular dude. I mean, you can name him, but I won't name him. But he was in the chat. He was in the chat. So O'Shea was like, "Hey, you want to jump on?" And he ended up jumping on.
Yeah.
And, of course, O'Shea is like the Don King of all this fucking YouTube shit. So he's familiar with all the beefs and all the issues that's going on. Actually, O'Shea I won't say he's a good friend of mine, but we talk from time to time, so he knew what was up. But so he brought him on, and he was doing a rumble, so he decided he want to bring a few other people on, so he brought me on with him. So
yeah. And you were going in that dude. I'm not gonna mention dude's name, but
I mean, you can if you want.
Nah, I'm good.
Your channel.
Nah, I'm good. But no, you were going in on them. Like throwing facts out. My man started trolling like afterwards or whatever. But what about that whole situation that you'd be like, yo, I finally got an opportunity to like to set the record straight. What was that the reason why you wanted to do that or what?
Well, I had never talked to that dude. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of pick his brain a little bit and kind of like back him into a corner and
Yeah.
see what's up with him.
Yeah, because I do hear some of the rhetoric about, well, why are you going to DR? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go to like African countries? And I was like, I always saw that as a like, okay, that's a good comeback, but who cares about it? You know what I'm saying? Like who cares about who cares who goes to what country to travel? You know what I'm saying? Like why would that even be a reason to even ask that? You feel me?
Right. And man, when I hear that statement, to be honest, it just reminds me of how people used to say, "Hey, why don't you go back to your own country? Why don't you go
Mm,
back to your own country?" That's what I
mm,
hear when I hear people say, "Why don't you go to this country?" That's what comes across my mind. Like this is what the oppressor says. So it's like all right. The thing about it is, all right, if you like, let's just say you like wine, right?
yeah,
And you like beer, you're gonna go to the liquor store, right?
yeah,
If you like play basketball, you're gonna go to the basketball court, right?
yeah.
So if you like Latin women, why would you go to Haiti or why would you go to Africa? You would
Mm,
go to the Latin countries, right?
yeah, of course. It makes
So
sense.
it's just a choice that guys make. They like what they like, man.
Yeah,
Just because you like soda pop, and you might not like uh Tang or whatever orange juice. That
yeah,
don't mean you. That don't mean you like you got hate for it. You just prefer
yeah,
Latin women, and that's
yeah.
just what it is. And
Now,
people don't. They look at it as self hate, but it's not self hate. It's just a preference.
no, yeah, of course it's a preference. Everybody got preferences. You know what I'm saying? I don't prefer to date white women. You know what I'm saying? I prefer to
Right.
date black or Latina women, but again, that's a preference of mine. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that I like hate white women. That's not my, I don't like mayonnaise. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So that's it is what it but so
It's not like you gonna go around telling people, man, don't eat mayonnaise, man, eat ketchup, man.
yeah.
The fuck, man.
Yeah, no, for real, that's a fact. No, because in that conversation, I was hearing something that I always keep on hearing, and I've never seen proof of it. Nobody has ever sent me proof of it, but in that conversation, I kept on hearing is, why do you hate your own women? I'm not saying you technically,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you do that or whatever, but why was this person trying to lump you in that same category?
All right. As far as the women goes, I still date black women in the States. I live in Atlanta, so it's not a huge Dominican population.
Mhm,
It's probably a bigger Mexican population here.
mhm.
But you know, like I know, man, dating in the States is different from dating abroad because the mentality of people in other countries, they don't look at race as much as we do here in the States.
That's true.
So they will, I mean, just like when I go to Colombia and, we talk about race issues and they say, oh, we don't do that here. We don't look at color like that. But here in America, it's different. So a lot of Latin women, when they get to America, they take on this American mindset, and then the separation happens. And that's what's wrong with America right now. America is a great country. I love America and everything, but it's definitely a separation going on here. It's huge in this state. And like I said, I still date um, black Afro women here in America. I mean, I don't discriminate. I mean, I got two kids, African lady, I mean, black, Afro American, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, black lady. But
Yeah.
see, that just goes to show you the separation. I mean,
Yeah.
Afro American.
Yeah.
I thought we was all Americans, so.
Yeah. Yeah, like the whole ADOS FBA type of thing. So like I get it. Um so 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 I was gonna ask you that. Like, did you experience any racism in DR or any other place that you went abroad? And if you did, what happened? If you didn't, what happened? But did you also talk about race with those individuals overseas?
All right, start with the DR. Me personally, I have never experienced racism in the DR. As far as me, all right,
Mm.
always
Okay.
been treated with love. I did have a few little incidents, but it had nothing to do with race. Okay.
All right.
Uh, Now, in my opinion, It do seem like Dominicans have issues with Haitians, and I understand kind of why, but I know it's been a long time, but they like some people probably think like history repeats itself, so they're standing their grounds on that shit, and I get it, I get it. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of turmoil between those two groups of people, and I wish they could patch it up or make shit work. But as
Yeah.
far as racism abroad, I did experience racism in Brazil. It
Mm.
was to the extreme, you know. Two
Really?
incidents. Yes, yes.
What happened?
The first incident that happened was I was with a fellow YouTuber by the name of Dre Hart. Make sure y'all subscribe to his page.
Oh, shout out
Uh,
to Dre Hart. Yeah.
Drehart, Dre Hart. But anyhow, we was doing some nighttime filming, little recon, and so at the time, I guess he filmed this girl from like a distance, but I didn't know at the time. So she saw him, so she approached him like, "Hey, you recording me?" And he was like, "I'm just recording in public." And she was drinking and she hollered out all kind of nigger this, nigger that. I would hate you niggers and I can't stand you motherfuckers, you
Damn.
Americans. And I mean, dude, she fucking went in. I mean,
Yeah.
I never heard nobody in the States go off like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I mean, she really went in on him and I was trying to
Yeah. For some reason, she knew all the racist curse words, right? To be
right.
somebody from overseas. Yeah, that's funny.
So she knew English a little bit, so she was saying it in English. So she was like, "Yeah, you fucking niggers, I can't stand you, motherfucker."
Whoa.
I mean, it was
Whoa.
like a black person must have fucked her whole life up, type of deal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but
Like,
this goes to show you, man, like like wherever a black man goes, it's always a group of people that don't like us and
yeah.
prejudging us. And I feel like Latins are in the same boat also here in America. They
Yeah.
get hated on just like we still do. So but yeah, that was the one incident. She threw a beer at him and all kind of stuff. And I was trying to break it up and man, when you're abroad, you get into a fight, man, you going to jail regardless,
That's true. That's
especially with
true.
a woman. I mean,
That's
so
true. So
you have
you better take them punches. You better take them punches. Be like, yep, all right, my fault, and just like walk away. You know what I'm saying?
right. So that was the first incident. Second incident happened on my last day in Brazil, man. I had a guy, I guess you call him a white Brazilian. I rented the Airbnb from,
Yeah.
but at the time I didn't know he was the owner because I was dealing with the host. So he came at checkout, tried to charge me $75 for electrical on a place, I was staying at for 9 days, which I didn't really use the AC that much because it was wintertime in Brazil when I
Yeah.
went. So he basically locked me in the Airbnb, deadbolted me in.
What?
Yeah. So we had like a standoff in the Airbnb, and he had got on the phone, was calling some people and talking in Portuguese. I don't know who he was calling.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So he basically locked me in the place, deadbolted me in, and we had like a little confrontation, a little face to face, and a little kind of like
Yeah. He tried.
standoff.
Yeah. He tried to scam you, bro, for $75.
Right. And I'm like, I'm here 9 days. It's wintertime. It never got hotter than like 85 degrees. And, you right by the ocean. It was cool in the apartment. So half the time I was there, I had the AC on like half the time. So I
Yeah,
didn't agree with the bill because they told me it was gonna be probably like $2 to $3 a day, at the most $4 a day
yeah.
before I booked. So yeah, he got to calling me the N word and this and that.
Wow. How you got yourself out of that situation?
Well, I had recorded him and I sent it off real quick to a few people, and after I did that, that's when we kind of had the standoff, and I was like, well, I pretty much told him, man, you on video, bro. So, I didn't know if he had a gun, a knife. I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah,
what
yeah,
he had, bro. And he was like one of those MMA type of guys.
yeah, yeah.
He just can't.
He got the cauliflower ear and shit.
Yeah. So,
Oh, oh man.
he ended up unlocking the door, man, and he tried to throw my stuff out, and I grabbed my bags, and
Yeah.
we kind of scuffled for a minute, like, and I ended up leaving. So he said, "Yeah, man, you're not gonna make it to the airport. I'm gonna make sure you get shot before you get to the airport."
What the fuck?
Right, all of that. So
Damn.
I went downstairs to security. I was like, "Yo, just call the cops," and they was like, "Nah, you got to get out."
Damn.
So it was like, man, it was. I could have been like, "Oh man, fuck Brazil. They're a racist piece of
Yeah,
shit."
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
I never did that because I'm not gonna judge a whole group of people on
Yeah, yeah.
one, really on two people.
Yeah, on two
But
incidences. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's insane, dude. Shit.
I ain't gonna front, man. I really didn't know if I was gonna make it out that apartment at that time, bro.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah.
real situation.
You're about to start David Borning in and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I knew it was knives in the kitchen.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was, well, shit.
Shit, let's get the poking. Let's get the poking. Fuck it. Let's go.
Right.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
I mean, I experienced racism all my life, man. So I know what it's like, man. I know what it feel like to bunch motherfuckers in one group.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and the thing is, I always talk in my channel, Black and Latin people, when it comes to white supremacy, we all experience the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It might be through different levels of it. I'm not gonna say that it's all the same. It's gonna be through different levels of it, but either way, it's gonna pretty much be the same thing. And I've always told in my content that Latin and Black people, we should unite and be together since we are victims of white supremacy.
Right, man. See, and another thing about it, man. Like, I mean, I get it. Some Dominicans, they don't want to claim African in their blood. I get it. I get it. Right. Nobody wants to be associated with a name that's probably a little tarnished right now. Right. I get it. But at the same time, man, we look alike. We go through the same struggle, man. We get discriminated against.
Yeah,
We're a
yeah,
minority. I mean, we got the same struggles, man. And I'm not saying like, hey, man, let's all get together in one happy family. But one thing I'm saying is we need to try to clean the relationships up between Latins and Afro Americans,
yeah. That's
Africans, or
true.
whatever you want to call it.
Because listen, I've gotten some Black people that say, yeah, you want to unite Black and Latin people. That's cool. I'm not with that because y'all people are racist. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I got the opposite also. I got some Latin people saying, yo, I'm not with that. That's cool, but I'm not with that because Black people, they're racist. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Right,
so I get it. I get it from both ways. You know what I'm saying? So the way I see it is like, all right, I don't need to be begging for nobody's approval. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Y'all gonna be doing you. Anybody who wants to be on code, anybody who wants to unite, y'all can rock with me. You feel me? So that's how that's how I handle it.
right, right. And that's what I'm saying, man. It ain't like we got to share bank accounts. We got to eat at the same table.
Shit,
One
bank
thing I'm saying
accounts.
is, one thing I'm saying is, let's try to clean it up. Let's let bygones be bygones,
yeah,
and
because
not go against each other. Because on the 2 years I've been in YouTube, in the last 6 months to a year, man, it's like a movement of Latins versus black guys. And
yeah,
it shouldn't even be like that, man, because, like I said, with my channel, man, I'm trying to clean things up also. Now, I have made some mistakes in the past, so I'm trying to better myself as a man and
yeah,
clean my channel up a little bit. But, so, I mean, I'm just trying to do the right thing, man, And
yeah.
that's it, man. I think, and everybody should, that particular guy that we know, I
Yeah,
think he should really, man, lay off of that bullshit because he's creating a fireball and he doesn't even know it, man. And
yeah,
that shit could lead into violence and I mean senseless violence, man. I mean, the bullshit he's pushing, man.
yeah. It's I see it as all ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like I go through like historical takes on my channel where I talk about black people hung, also Latin people were also hung in the same time during that whole lynching thing in Texas. These white supremacists used to have special trees for black and Latin people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They used to be like, yo, don't hang a black person in that tree. That's the Latin hanging tree. Don't do that
Right.
there. The black tree's over there. You know what I'm saying? They will have like different trees for that shit. So when I point stuff like that out, my Latin brothers and sisters be like, oh, I didn't know, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? It's because this type of history they don't want to discuss or they don't want to promote because they want to keep on latching on to the whole black people were slaves and that's the only thing you ever was. You know what I mean? Narrative.
Right.
So that's the thing that they want to keep on promoting, and they don't want to say nothing that America kind of fucked over Latin people as well, because in the racial hierarchy of things, unfortunately, black people are at the bottom. Latin people are just one bracket above, and either way, we're still gonna get shitted on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell Latin people, I'm like, listen, yeah, we're cooling all that, but we have to unite not only as a collective of Latin people, but we also have to unite with numbers with black folks, and most of my Latin people, they understand that. You got some of the coons, that I'm not going to name, that don't see it that way because, whatever racial issues that they got, you know what I'm saying?
Right. We all got problems, man, we all got issues. We got to try to straighten out in our communities. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So I was gonna ask you, this so when you said previously that if you get a woman from overseas and she comes over here, she'll get Americanized, and then you get basically you'll get raped through the system. So do you think that this whole system of of raping men and all this other stuff, obviously let's call it what it is pro woman, which is nothing wrong with that, but they kind of take it overboard. This whole system, do you think is ran like through a feminist movement lens type of thing?
Absolutely, man. And it all starts from the top, man. I mean, pretty soon you have an American woman in the White House as the president. It's definitely, I feel like it's a war against men in general, man. With the women, they trying to take over and everything. That's fine, but
Yeah.
and I respect their rights, but they got more rights than us, man. I mean,
To be honest, you're right.
yeah, man. It's like I won't lump all the women together, but a lot of women play the victim, man. They play the victim, man, and they just
And they're real good at it too. They could cry on the spot too,
right. I mean, you can have a woman that she maybe punches you in the face and something like that, or she'll hit you and you'll try to just take it and you'll call the cops. When those cops show up, they'll laugh at you. But if you put your hands on a woman, oh man, you're going right to jail, bro. Like,
not even if you just push her out the way because you want to leave. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's assault. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen. I've seen actually I have this one story where this couple, Dominican woman, and I think this dude was Dominican too or Black American. I don't know. But they were having a fight. He's pushing the stroller and she's bugging out for whatever reason, hitting him with his hoodie. You motherfucker, you a dog, all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And she's wilding out. So people outside, they're laughing. They're like, yo, look at this dude. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to he puts the stroller, on with the brakes or whatever the case is, and he's leaving, and she's getting in front of him. Nah, if you leave, I'm a punch you, da 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 da, and all this other stuff. So he's like, man, whatever. So he just pushes her out the way. He just pushes her out the way, and not pushes her violently. You know what I'm saying? Just literally just grabbed his grab like with one hand on her waist and just like to the side, like a you know what I'm saying, like a windshield wiper, just to the side, just like leave me alone. And he's now walking down the hill. Fam, tell me how shorty called the cops. My man got arrested, and she said, "Yo, because he put his hands on me, he pushed me, and all that." And now my man's getting arrested. Everybody's like, "Yo, what are you talking about? He ain't pushing not violently. You ain't fall on the floor. You know what I'm saying? He literally just let you step to the side." You know what I'm saying? But nah, to the cops, they were like, yo, fuck it. If this is a other opportunity to arrest somebody, we'll do it. You feel what I'm saying? The shit is wild. The shit is wild. And it's their word against yours.
Right. It's like, it's like you going to court against a police officer that say you ran a red light. I mean, they on fucking side with him. Same thing with the women, man, but they don't realize, man, like what they're doing. Two men, they kind of like making the men feminine now because we can't stand up as men, and nowadays it's like, we'll be arrested for fucking trying to get her ass out the way.
Yeah.
So now it's crazy, man. It's definitely a movement going on, man. It's real.
Yeah. Do you think that this war against men, do you think it affects non-white men more than white men?
I won't say that necessarily, man. I think white guys, they get it the same way.
Yeah, you think so?
It's definitely coming. Well, I mean, I'm looking at it from my perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't walk in their shoes.
That's true. That's true.
But I know, like, you probably see it more often in our community versus theirs. But man, white guys get raped in court too, man. I mean,
They
catch it, alimony and all that type of shit.
That's true.
They catch it too, man. It ain't like they, dodging them bullets, man.
That's true. I used to listen to Tom Likas. Is that the guy's name? Tom Likas? I forgot the dude's name, I think. But he had a segment one time where this white dude called in, and basically he said that he's living in a 1-bedroom apartment right now because the woman that he was with, he ended up finding out that she started smashing his best friend / business partner, right?
Yeah.
And then she gave him divorce papers a few weeks or a month after. And that divorce papers basically said that he needs to move out of the house, pay her alimony and all that, and still pay for that house that she is living in. And he was like, yo, if this isn't a sign how everything is set up against you, I don't know what is. And I saw that, and I heard that, and I said, oh, hell no. Ain't gonna be, I'm trying not for that shit to be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. So So what do you what advice you give men out there who are probably listening on this type of thing? Like, what advice do you give them?
Well, I'll just say, man, fuck it. If you believe in marriage, man, make sure you get a fucking prenup. Even if you don't have shit at the time, man. Just do it like that and just have an understanding with that woman, like, hey, you know, whatever we build together, we'll split. Whatever I have before the marriage is mine. Whatever you got, that way, man, you'll cover your ass in the end because I feel like marriage is a business anyhow. I mean, it's a business. That's why you have to sign up for it. You have to pay for it. Have to get the legal documents. It's a business and it's set up for the woman, not the man. There's no benefit in marriage for a man financially. It's none. But it secures this woman and it tells this woman, hey, 20, 30, 10 years, 5 years down the road, if you divorce this guy, hey, you can cash out on this business. And that's how I look at it, man. So I tell guys, you want to get married, that's fine, man. But just make sure it's a business and make sure you plan that shit and make sure you get a prenup. Make sure you have an agreement in the beginning. Like, hey, this shit ends, and we're going to split it like this. So, I mean, that's the only advice I can give guys as far as
Yeah.
marriage and shit like that. But
Do you think that's the reason why women like to get married more than men do? Because I've never heard a man tell me or say around me, "Yo, I want to get married. I think about that." You know what I'm saying? That never happened. You know what I'm saying? I always hear women say that. So do you think maybe that's the reason why women want to get married the majority of the time?
well, I think it's a combination of that and just a sense of having security, stability. Um, and some women are traditional. They want family. They want to be a family, and they
Yeah.
feel like that marriage certificate is like a commitment on paper, a verbal commitment. So it all aligns for them. But for a guy, like I agree with you. I never met too many guys like, hey, I mean, guys might say, yeah, I'm gonna marry that girl, but
Yeah.
when it come down to it, it's always pressure from a woman.
That's
You need to marry me. I ain't gonna give you none no more. Or,
yeah,
I'm gonna leave you because you ain't committing to me.
that's true.
I want you to buy into that business, man.
That is true. That is true. That's
Plus, if you married to a woman a certain amount of time, she automatically gets some of your pension.
yeah, that's true. That is
So
true.
if you're a military guy, you've in the military 10 years and you meet someone and you marry them, they automatically get some of your retirement. You're gonna get half of it.
Yeah, like one of my friends, he isn't married to his shorty, and they've been together for like 15 years, right? And he's like, yo, there's no reason to put down paperwork, you know what I'm saying, to get married, whatsoever. And he's like, certain people, well, certain of my female friends is like, well, what if you die or whatever the case is, right? And
Right.
and he's like, yo, I just give her power of attorney. That's basically it. It's like pretty much the same thing, you know. It's pretty much the same thing. But if she wants to split, she could split, and I take the power of attorney away. That's it. And I'm like, damn, you just found a loophole. You just found a loophole. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that shit's a loophole right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So before we wrap it up, tell the people where they can find you, man.
Man, catch me at Roll the Tape on YouTube. And if you want to hit me on Instagram, send me a message. You want to contact me, hit me at Roll the Tape _ on Instagram. And also you can email me at rollthetape@yahoo.com. The fastest way to connect with me is probably on Instagram. So yeah, man, I appreciate you bringing me on, man. And like I say, man, I just hope like we can change this direction, man, as far as all this energy,
Oh yeah.
blacks,
Yeah,
Latinos, and the traveling. I mean, because at the end of the day, brothers not gonna stop traveling to DR or different countries, man. I mean, they're not gonna listen to what somebody else is saying. I
yeah.
mean, they gonna do what they do, man. So let's just try to work together and try to build the relationships between these two communities, man, because we all pretty much at the end of the day, man, we all the same, man.
That's pretty much that's a fact. That's a definite fact.
We're fighting this uphill battle, and we're trying to go against each other. Like that don't make no sense, man. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's a fact. But listen, roll the tape, Rich. Thank you for coming by. Everything. If you guys want to find Rich, is going to be on the link in the description down below. Again, Rich, thank you for coming by, and you have a good one, bro. All right.
all right, peace out, man, and fuck that other dude, man.
Alright.
I'm just joking, though.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, peace, guys.
All right, man.
All right, guys. Now that was the interview with Roll the Tape. Now I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gives you more of an insight on who Roll the Tape is and what he brings to the table. He's a very insightful, down-to-earth brother, which I really liked also at the end where we talked about, Latin and Black unity. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a big shout out to him, and something, that a lot of people don't really promote, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really talk about, but I'm glad that we did talk about that, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if you guys want to follow Roll the Tape, I got his YouTube and his Instagram down in the description. If you listen to this to the podcast, go to the details section and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's right there. All his information is right there, you know what I'm saying? So you guys can't miss that. Also, if you guys want to follow me, hit me up on Instagram or on Twitter at radical_Latino_. If you also want to support me, support the channel, you could do it monetarily by hitting Cash App $Radical Latino, or going to my website radicallatino.com and going and donate at the donate button and all that, you know what I'm saying? Or if you guys can't do it monetarily, go to my YouTube channel. My shit is monetized, you know what I'm saying? Just go and watch the thing. An ad comes in, skip it, that's it. Or go to your podcast app and just rate me 5 stars, you know what I'm saying? That's a way that you could do it without spending a penny out your pocket, you know what I'm saying? So that's a way where you could support your boy and monetize it. Remember, this Friday coming up, there's another interview that I am putting out, and somewhat I feel like it's a little bit gonna be controversial. I'm just saying it's probably gonna be a little controversial, but hopefully I don't get too much flack for it, you know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you guys will enjoy that one, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.